So the last great audit rides again. I was in the gym this morning trying to sweat out a weekend of cheap tequila and spicy peppers with let's go ahead and say mixed results. And I got a BBC News alert saying former US Secretary of State Colin Powell has died aged 84 of complications from COVID. And that's fine. 84-year-olds die. It's, I think, statistically what they do most. And I've gone through phases on Colin Powell. I've had different opinions. I had definitely a period where I thought he was a warmonger, all-around bad guy. I've had another period where I felt that he was a moderating influence in a den of jackals. I've also hit most of the places between there. But it turns out, at the end of the day, when we're counting things up, I have very little investment in him at all. But there's something very strange about watching the people who shaped the world that I grew up in, who I watched shape the world that I grew up in, exit the stage. Colin Powell, love him or hate him, is hugely responsible for the world in which we inhabit today. He definitely was one of the guiding figures in shaping what turned into the global war on terror. However you feel about that is really neither here nor there. It could be your favorite war. Personally, I think 2.5 stars tops. But maybe it really worked for you. Fine. He was not elected to the positions he held when he made these choices. He was Secretary of State. Prior to that, he was the senior-most figure in the U.S. military. He was chosen for those positions by his superiors. But he made those decisions that he made on behalf of all of us, on behalf of me. I was a child at the time. Not just on behalf of us, but as us. He was us. Now, the fights he picked in that specific case are fights I participated in. That's fine. That's my choice. But he picked those fights on all of our behalves, and he wasn't alone. For all intents and purposes, he was us. He was everybody in the United States of America. And if just one man can act for so many, really makes you think about who you allow to be you. Makes you think about who is you right now and whether you really want them to be.